Locked with hardware. We are kicking off the 2005-2006 college wrestling season here at Oklahoma State. Jason Knapp and Ken Cherto, 141 pounds right now.
Nate Gallick, Iowa State, 141.
Teyon Ware, 141, University of Oklahoma.
This should be a doozy. Rematch of last year's NCAA final, won by Teyon Ware of Oklahoma as he picked up his second NCAA championship. The rematch against Iowa State's Nate Gallick right here on the mat at Oklahoma State. Ken, these guys know each other from their Big 12 battles and at the NCAA. No secrets between these guys.
Yeah, and they're both pretty good position, conservative, relatively conservative. It's going to be tough to score on each other. The key, Teyon Ware is a great athlete. He's hard to score on. The key for Nate Gallick is going to be getting a good takedown. Somehow, some way, moving Ware, breaking his defense, and finishing. That's the critical area. It's not impossible to get in on Teyon Ware, but he's a balance beam and he's strong. He's hard to finish on, so that'll be the key for Nate Gallick. And Teyon Ware, the criticism on him is not getting his offense going. He's a two-time NCAA champion. He won it as a freshman. Then he lost as a sophomore. He didn't have his offense going. And then last year, as a junior, he came in and won the NCAA championship in a close match over Nate Gallick last season.
3 matchups last year. Gallick won 2 of them. 6-3 in their dual meeting during the regular season. One at the Big 12 tourney. Gallick picking up his second Big 12 championship, but Teyon winning when it counted the most at St. Louis at the NCAA Championships last year. These two guys would love to have another meeting on this very same mat coming up later on in March. Of course, Oklahoma State will host the NCAA Championships at the end of the 2006 season.
Yeah, what an exciting event. The NCAA Championships in wrestling are one of the hugest events in NCAA sports. I mean, they bring in 20,000 people for 6 consecutive sessions. It's just a very exciting event, and it's coming to one of the wrestling capitals of the whole world in Oklahoma City this March. It's just very exciting. It's the March Madness of wrestling, Jason, and boy, the place rocks when we get all those great wrestlers in there from there's so many different schools.
And wrestling fans excited as they've announced the sites for the next few years for the NCAA tourney. Oklahoma City in 2006, then at the Palace up there in Auburn Hills, Michigan in 2007. Back to St. Louis, which was a great site past couple of years. It'll be there in 2008, 2009. Omaha will host in 2010. And Philadelphia, the East Coast, getting a crack at it in 2011.
Yep, should be some great, exciting events, and I'm going to be getting out to all of them and looking forward. I'm in Pennsylvania now, so when it's in Philadelphia, it'll be right down the road from where I'm at Penn State. So should be a lot of exciting action year in, year out, and I like the idea of moving the NCAAs around the country. That's a big hot button topic. There's a lot of lobbying for bringing it to one central facility, kind of like the College World Series of baseball is always in Nebraska. But right now in wrestling, obviously, as you said, they're going to move from site to site to site and then reevaluate at that time to decide if they want to continue to do that or if they want to bring it to one home base.
These two guys here, the first period, not exchanging a lot. Little flurry there to the side. They go out of bounds, come back to neutral. This is one of 4 number 1 versus 2 matchups here on our All-Star Classic docket tonight. There's a shot by Gallick.
Nice single leg. He's got to get it up on his feet. He's tripping him. He's almost got him down. Teyon Ware's fighting hard. So he's almost got it. He's got to pull it in. He's got to pull it in and get the other ankle. That's going to be critical. 10 seconds. Wow, this is a key point in the match. Wow, and there's 2. He got it. Wow, big takedown. Not only a takedown, Jason, but on the end of a period. So Teyon Ware is not going to have a chance to earn an escape point. He'll have a brief chance, but there's no way Nate Gallick's letting Teyon go in 2 or 3 seconds.
And Gallick with a good job of not only working at the edge of the mat, but also working on the edge of time in the period to rack up the 2 latter stages of period number 1. Take a 2-zip lead on Teyon Ware of Oklahoma.
Wow, that was a snapshot of what wrestling's all about. The goal is to get to the leg up. Oh, here we're going to see a replay. Look, he's tripping the other leg. He's got to keep his feet in bounds. As you see him doing there, he almost went out of bounds. Very great tactics. He kept his feet in bounds, got guys both legs, showed the referee a takedown to get the 2-point takedown. Now we're starting the second period here, and let's see how long he tries to hold him out. Doesn't look like very long. Teyon Ware is a great athlete, Jason.
Boy, he got up and got out in less than 10 seconds of the second period. 1 point for the escape makes our score 2-1 here, just starting period number 2.
Gallick showed nice single leg takedown, and it'd be great to see him go back to it. But you can tell by the way his feet are moving right now, he's kind of being cautious. He's keeping good position. He knows that Teyon Ware's got to come at him. And as I said earlier, Teyon Ware hasn't showed great offense all the time. He often shows counter offense. One of Teyon Ware's strengths is when the opponent attacks him, as soon as he counters it, he goes back at the guy. So right now, you can count on Nate Gallick being very careful.
Certainly the case. Gallick, some early season action at the Cyclone Open a week ago, went 5-0. Also won gold at the World University Games, second at the University World Team Trials. Another one of those guys with a busy summer schedule of wrestling.
Yeah, he's a year-rounder. He's been on the circuit for a decade. He's made a big commitment to wrestling, and he just keeps plugging away. He loves it. You see them both. They're both trying to set up what they can get there. Gallick likes that underhook. If he can control Ware, he's in better position. Ware likes to move from the open and fake and use his speed. They're going to end up stalemate or going out of bounds here. Neither one is wanting to score from that position.
Teyon competed in the NWCA All-Star Classic last year, beat Corey Cooperman of Lehigh 2-1 in overtime at Southern Illinois of Edwardsville.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of action in that match. It'll be interesting to see if Ware can get some good offense going. There's 15 seconds to go. This is a critical time to score. Again, I place a lot of emphasis as a coach at the end of a period on scoring. You young wrestlers at home, you want to be scoring at the end of periods and keeping the guy down. And if you get scored at the end of the period, you want to get away quickly. So neither wrestlers willing to take a risk there, Jason. They both played it conservatively.
Well, a takedown by Gallick at the end of period number 1. An escape by Ware at the start of period number 2 makes it 2-1 as we get set for this third and final 2-minute period of wrestling here in this 141-pound match at the NWCA All-Star Classic.
Now, if Ware was tough on top, he'd try to turn him, but you know he's not. And with Gallick's credit, though, he busted out of there fast. He didn't want to mess around. That was an impressive hip heist motion by Nate Gallick. From the bottom position, he got his hips moving very quickly and explosively and cleared them and was able to escape for a 1-point escape. Now opens up a 3-1 lead. We still got a great match here. Teyon Ware's got to find a way to score. He's got to break Nate Gallick's defense. He's got to solve it. And he hasn't really committed to a shot yet.
Gallick has been the aggressor for most of the match. Frustrating when a guy won't engage you a lot offensively. You've got to make the most of your opportunities. Gallick had that early takedown and took the chance when he could.
Yeah, typically it is frustrating. You got to move the guy. You got to create offense. Teyon Ware is going to have to really move Nate Gallick and get him out of position in order to create an opening. And as you can see, Nate Gallick is keeping the perfect stance. He's got good position. His elbows are in. He's keeping his arms down. He's not getting careless. He's patient. He's being patiently aggressive. He's stalking him. He's just doing a really good job. Nate Gallick has wrestled a great match so far. And Teyon Ware has not been able to solve his defense.
You heard some folks maybe wanting a stalling call on Gallick. None coming thus far. Teyon Ware going to have to ratchet things up here in the final couple of minutes. You see Gallick getting a little shiner working underneath one of the eyes.
Teyon Ware needs to develop a good shot to that right leg and get confidence in it. He just hasn't committed any shots. To Nate Gallick's credit, he's countered him in the past a lot. There's the shot. It's not a very good one. He went to the back leg. Nice sprawl. That's called sprawling. When you get your legs back and your hips down. Gallick is ready today. He came out here to Oklahoma ready to go, and he's wrestled a great match and finished the one key takedown he needed to win.
Scored early and defending well throughout. Nate Gallick with a little sweet revenge against Teyon Ware. Ware beat Gallick for the NCAA title to end last season, but Gallick starts off the new season with a win over his arch rival. The Iowa State Cyclone beats the Oklahoma Sooner at 141 pounds, 149. Up next, NCAA Wrestling on CSTV, presented by Double Sport, continues.